everyone, thanks so much for joining me. In this video, we're going to do a short practice that's all about releasing tension in the neck and shoulders. It's going to be done seated, so you might use some props just to help keep the spine nice and tall. You could absolutely do this in a chair, okay? So just find a nice space where you can have some time and release tension. Okay, so I'm going to head on back here to my mat and just, again, find that seated position. And typically before we check in with neck and shoulders, I usually stretch out the legs, shake them out a little bit, just to make sure that sitting is going to be as comfortable as possible. So you can kind of find your way to make sure that your hips, knees, ankles aren't going to be distracting you in any way. I'm just circling my ankles here, okay, both directions. You just want to be able to sit tall and not feel hindered, okay, in any way. And at any time you can switch out which leg is in front or change up your seated position. So check in with your shoulders circling, and then you could do them both at the same time. Really make sure you're breathing. Okay, it's very telling, okay, at some arc in your circle if your breath stops, okay? So try to be aware of that. Breathe into it and then give a little bit more attention in that arc of your circle, okay? Go forward and back, breathing through the nose as much as you can. Now, you can have your hands on the mat. You could have them hovering, okay, out in the air. What is really going to be interesting, I think, as we stretch the neck is to feel how that stretch is going to travel all the way down to the fingertips, okay? So reaching the arms at this downward angle, head of the arm bones back, base of the skull back, grow really tall. Inhale, lengthen. We're trying to reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling as the tailbone, okay, helps us, we can feel it kind of rooting down across the seat. Inhale again into all of this length. And then on your exhale, let's just tilt the right ear toward the shoulder, okay, and breathe into this and feel, okay, this push-pull. The shoulders are going to want to go forward, the shoulders are going to want to go up. We really, in order to keep this channel open, we need to keep them back, we need to keep them down without it creating tension around the neck. So with your inhale, lengthen, and on your exhale, try to access these muscles in the low abs, around the back, along the sides, okay, to help draw the shoulders back and down rather than shoving them back and down. Breathe into this. Reach to your left fingertips. Maybe press into the ground. You can also just add a little bit of weight into this by placing your right hand, okay, on your head. Lengthen. I'm not pushing down. I'm just allowing it to rest. And feeling this stretch and really breathing into the stretch all along the left side of the neck, the left arm, all the way to the fingertips. Good. I'm going to go ahead and lower my right hand down. Inhale. On your exhale, turn the chin toward your shoulder. Okay. Continuing to breathe. You want to still feel this seamless line, okay, of a stretch from your fingertips in the left arm all the way up the left side of your neck. Keep breathing. Now I'm going to keep the position, but flex my left wrist so that my fingertips are no longer on the ground. And I'm reaching the fingers, okay, away from the palm. Breathe into this. It's really intense, okay? Now you can take out that flexion, make it more of a neutral position, but what I want you to do is make a fist, okay? And that left hand, make it into a fist. The thumb could be on the inside or the outside. Really pick the one that you have the most awareness, okay? And then inhale and take your knuckles out to the left, okay? So you're flexing at the wrist. And then down and drawing the knuckles toward your body. Okay, so twice more like that. So we're inhaling, reaching. Meanwhile, the head and neck, okay, is basically all in the same position as it was. And then drawing the knuckles toward. Okay, so we're stretching not only the neck, shoulders, but we're also stretching the forearm and wrist while we're doing this. Breathe. Last time here. And draw the knuckles toward. Good. Undo your fist. Return your head back to the center. Carefully turn your gaze to the left. Breathing to the right. Okay. To the center. Peeking up. And down. Okay. Reaching the arms up. Trying to keep the channels open at the shoulder so the arm bones are in the shoulder joints. Okay, reaching, maybe connecting the hands as long as that feels okay. I think mine are out of the view of the camera, but I'm interlacing fingers. Just go a little bit side to side, whatever way feels best to you. You could have one hand down, okay, you could have both arms up. So we're just moving. Breathing into the position, taking your hands back behind you, opening the heart. So here, again, you can keep them on the ground or interlace fingers and reach the arms. Okay, that's my hands are connected and lifting up off the ground. Checking in with a forward fold. I love to do forward folds when the arms are back behind because that encourages more of maintaining openness in the heart. But as you're doing this, just make sure that the base of your skull is staying in line with your spine rather than the chin jutting forward, because this just increases tension, right? Versus this, which enhances length and space, okay? And then just kind of checking in between sides, you know? Just noticing. So we're always trying to build positive evidence, right? That's motivating. So in between sides, I'm going to try to pay attention to which leg is in front. But you want to shake out the legs, you know, just kind of check in with your hips. Make sure, you know, as we're checking in and trying to release tension in the neck and shoulders, that we're not adding to tension in the hips, low back, or any other part of the body. I'm checking in with my feet and ankles. Okay, I think I remember. I don't know what it is about it, but I often forget which leg I have in front. Okay, there's just too much going on. Anyway, so checking in here and setting up for the second side. Okay, so really seeking length and space, seeking the sense of awareness, okay, in the lower area of the belly, the sides of the lower back, and then trying to integrate awareness and strength with the mid back, the upper back, and yet all the time trying to free up the tension as much as you can in the neck, relaxing. The tongue tends to grip the roof of the mouth, so relaxing that softens the face, allows the breath to flow with more ease, okay, throughout, all the time. Every time you're just aware of tension, okay, check in with what your tongue is doing. It's really interesting. It usually is like gripping the roof of the mouth and making the face all tense and such. So just relaxing that and being aware of the breath can give you a sense of ease all around, okay? So setting up the arms for side 2, whatever you did on side 1. Okay, I'm going to root across my fingertips, drawing the head of the arm bones back, base of the skull back, inhaling for length. On the exhale is when I have a really good chance of being aware and accessing appropriate strength, okay? And then another inhale, and on this next exhale, I'm going to tilt, okay, the left ear toward the shoulder, and I really notice shoulders wanting to go forward and up, okay? So I want them to be back and down, but not at the expense of the neck, okay? So inhale into this. Exhale, engage from below, okay? And then see if you can lengthen the neck. Just breathe into this, potentially adding just a little bit. I'm not pressing down. I'm just resting my hand on my head, and I can feel more, okay, of a stretch in the right side of my neck, down the length of my right arm, but I'm absolutely not pushing down in any way. So breathing into this. Releasing the hand, okay, still reaffirming head of the arm bones are back and down, and then slowly turning the chin toward the shoulder. Breathing into this. So things you can do, okay, and we're going to be doing that, the manipulation with the arm and the wrist and such, but just something to explore really just for a moment is taking that, the right arm, okay, behind you for a moment and just noticing how that impacts, okay, the stretch. It may be completely neutral for you. You might not feel anything enhanced by this. For some, it'll be really tight. So you could just walk the fingers back. You could put them back behind you. Okay, in no way do you want it cutting off the channel. Just something to notice. Okay, but re-extend. So we're going to elevate the fingertips, flexing at the wrist, reaching the fingertips away, breathing. So tweak your position. If you feel that anything's cut off, okay, in the stretch itself, especially around neck and shoulders, okay, you can always back up this pose, okay, return to it with a feeling of alignment. Good, breathe with this. Lower the fingertips for just a moment, okay, then make a fist. And for several breaths, we're going to move the wrist. So on the inhale, reach the knuckles away. Exhale, draw the knuckles toward your body. So we're moving at the wrist joint, okay? It's the hand that's really shifting. Reach away, keep breathing. Exhale. As long as you're breathing, it does not have to match my pattern of breath at all. Do one more full, complete cycle of reaching the knuckles away. Exhale. Good. Releasing the fist, releasing your head, neck back to neutral, checking in. So you could look to each side, okay, at your pace. Checking in with the shoulders, checking in with the arms, maybe reaching them back behind you, hinging forward. Smooth, deep breath. So a quick, focused practice really for the neck and shoulders, okay? I hope they feel a bit freer, okay? This is just one set of positions that you can do. There are so many, but I hope that this is helpful and that you have a wonderful day. Namaste.